Good day, everyone. I am Marites Di Bolpa, a BS Ed Mathematics student, and today I will be discussing the Unit 1 Theoretical Foundations of Curriculum Development. We will focus on these three important foundations: the psychological, historical, sociological, and legal foundation. But before we proceed to our lesson, let us have first our objectives. At the end of these lessons, the students will be able to define and explain the psychological, historical, sociological, and legal foundations of curriculum. Create a conceptual map linking the three foundations, which is psychological, historical, sociological, and legal foundations to curriculum development. And value the role of curriculum foundations in promoting equity, quality, and relevance in education. The school curriculum is not created in isolation. It is shaped by several important foundations that gives direction and meaning to what and how students learn. And it's shaped by different foundations. We have the psychological foundation that helps us understand how learners grow, think, and acquire knowledge, and also how they think, learn, and develop. And we have the, the historical sociological foundation that highlights the role of society, culture, and historical events in shaping education. This means that this foundation highlights nature, how society, culture, and history shape what we teach. Finally, we have the legal foundation that provides the official policies, the rules, and laws that govern and standardize the curriculum or that guides education. Together, these foundations ensure that education is a learner-centered. When we say learner-centered, the students are not the students are not passive recipients for information, but they are actively engaged or participates in like discussion, debates, or hands-on activities as well. So the role of the teacher here is a teacher as a facilitator, and they only guides and scaffolds the students' learning. So there are four curriculum foundations, which includes the philosophical, psychological, histor historical, sociological, and legal foundations. So questions, why do you think it's important for us to know the foundations of curriculum? This it is because they help us understand why certain subjects are taught, how they are taught, and what goals education is aiming for. What is psychological foundation of curriculum? The psychological foundation of curriculum is rooted in the study of how learners acquire knowledge, develop skills, and form attitude. It provides insights into the teaching learning process by applying of theories nila ni John Piaget, Lev Vygotsky's scaffolding, um, theories of human development, cognition, behavior, and motivation. So, understanding how learners think and grow allows educators to design curricula that are developmentally appropriate, engaging, and effective. So, in short, it ensures that the curriculum matches how students actually learn. That's why there are some teachers use group activities when they see that we learn more by working together than just listening by lectures. Teacher adjusted lessons based on how students learns best. So next we have historical sociological foundation. This refers to how historical events, cultural traditions, and social needs influence the content and organization of education. The curriculum does not exist in isolation. It evolves alongside society's values, challenges, and aspirations. So I have here an example of a timeline of historical sociological foundation. A timeline, evolution of the science curriculum in the Philippines. So during the American period in 1900s, science introduces in public schools as part of general education. This focuses on nature study, hygiene, and agriculture. So during naman sa post-war period in 1940s, curriculum reconstruction more emphasizes on health and general science at the elementary level. So during the new society curriculum in Marcos era in 1973, introduction of integrated science in the secondary schools. So science subject, which is biology, chemistry, physics, are taught separately in higher levels. So in during the bilingual education policy in 1983, science taught in English as a medium of instruction. So during the 1989, the Secondary Education Development Program, or the SEDP, the science is introduced to fourth year. So from first to fourth year, yearly progression, integrated science. First year, integrated science. Second year, biology. Third year, chemistry. And fourth year, physics. So in 2002, we have now basic education curriculum. Science taught from grade 3 instead of grade 1. So more integration of environmental and technological topics. So now in the 2013, K-12 curriculum is implemented. So the spiral progression approach. Students learn concepts in biology, chemistry, physics, and earth science across grade levels. So stronger focus on inquiry-based and constructivist learning. So now in presence in 2020s, in the area of science emphasizes on STEM, educational and 21st century skills. Curriculum includes environmental awareness, disaster preparedness, and integration of ICT in learning science. We have the last legal foundation, which refers to the official policies, laws, and regulations that govern the education system. It ensures that education is standardized, equitable, and aligned with the national and international goals. So we have here the AMAGE, Legal Foundation of Curriculum, which includes the Constitution, Educational Act of 1982, Common Core State Standards, and NSBP. What is the impact of legal foundation to curriculum? The legal foundations ensures accountability, access, and quality in education by mandating what should be taught, how it should be assessed, and who should benefit from it. So I have a question. So what do you think will happen if we don't have laws to guide the education system? Of course, education would be disorganized. Schools might teach different things without standard guidelines. So together this foundation from the backbone of curriculum development, ensuring that what we teach is psychologically sound, socially relevant, and legally mandated, ultimately promoting equity, quality, and relevance in education. So that's the end of my discussion for today. Thank you very much. I hope this discussion helped you appreciate how curriculum is shaped by this important foundation, the psychological, historical, sociological, and legal foundations. I hope you learned something. Thank you and God bless.